2019 Mountain Dew GSL Season 3 Code S Reversal.
Welcome back. We are in the final match of the night. Impact going up against Maru. Yeah, I guess we get to see all of Maru's matchups today. He needs to win 2 out of 3.
TY won. He's also casting the tournament now that JYP's in the military. This tournament is rapidly becoming the TYSL.
I think it would have been cool if TY walked up here after winning in first place and kicked Sue out and said, Sue, you can go home, bro.
I got it,
This is
Sue.
my job.
Yeah. And then came over and kicked us out and cast it in perfect English in 2 different voices that have great synergy. And, you know.
He probably could do it. He's a smart guy.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to go to Thunderbird for map number 1. This is the last best of 3 of the night. Either Impact or Maru will move on to the round of 16. Let's find out who it's going to be.
Team LP Impact. Jin Air Green Wings Maru.
Was rough. It was
Maru fans out there.
No one made a peep for poor Impact there.
I'm making it.
That sucks when you're the underdog and everybody's cheering for you to lose. You're like, seriously, guys?
They're not cheering for him to lose. They're cheering for Maru to win.
They want his head, Artosis. They want it on a pike.
Yeah.
These people want blood.
Maru might give it to him. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see what Maru is going to bring out against Impact here. TY brought some very interesting strategies. Will Maru do the same? This is kind of a big macro map. This was actually Impact's choice, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
As you can see, these guys have had a fairly even history in Legacy of the Void, but I feel like Maru has just been so dominant lately. Even though he's had some pretty surprising losses in this year, I mean, I think he's still just overall way better player. His RPG stats are all way, way higher. They're not the same, Artosis.
They're the same skill.
They're not the same skill.
They're the same skill.
You know what?
6 to 7 in maps, Tasteless. They're the same skill.
How dare you?
Yeah, that was a pretty deceiving map score, to be honest.
I know. Sometimes these numbers can be like, well, I mean, those numbers are all factually true, but they don't tell the full story here.
Legacy of the Void is pretty long. I think it would be, like, I understand that players sometimes have a big history. Maybe add a third number, like since Legacy of the Void, and then maybe this year, you know,
yeah,
or last 6 months or something like that. So I think it's a little bit more
there's
telling.
the block. Bunker started here to make it a headache for this drone to set up a hatch.
Yeah. It's a very annoying thing when the Reaper comes up.
Oh, see you in hell!
That was a really great block. Really great block.
Well, this is super annoying now because the Reaper's never going to let a drone get over there. Well, not never, but it's going to delay the drone from ever getting over there.
You have to bring a queen over with it. It is just so annoying. Looks like he's going to go Hellions behind it, try to keep that pressure up a little bit. Really kind of abusing the one thing that Impact really wanted to do, which was take 3 bases and just play an honorable game.
Yeah, just be an honorable guy. So we already have the swapping of the add-ons here. And now we wait and see, you know, how this begins to unfold for Maru, because it's not a huge advantage, but it is a little bit of an advantage. Maru has seized a little bit of control in this game. And once again, oh ho ho ho!
That's so painful.
This is so bad to start things off.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the first few steps in any build order really are the most important, because if you get slowed down in the very early game, it's like you're already way off in everything else after that, you know?
His hatchery is like a minute behind where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, and keep in mind, that's more than just a base. Oh! He's gonna... Even delaying it like that. Now, Yeah, it's not just that that's an expansion, that's a production facility.
Yeah.
It's
That's
like,
a lot of things.
It's additional creep spread down there. I mean, the hatchery is...
His build was optimized to have that hatchery.
Out
right?
of all the early game buildings, the hatchery is really the one that can have the biggest factor if it's delayed, because everything stems from that, you know?
Yeah.
Your queens are going to be late, larva's going to be late, expansion's late, creep's late, everything's late.
Well, what Impact really needs now is to get a Raven up there to deny stim. That's really the key.
Yeah, he
here.
needs to. Yeah, he needs to do what TY did and make an infested Raven and shoot auto turrets down to deny stim. Okay.
I like the timing of the evolution chambers. That's a redeeming thing about this build. Let's say positive things about each of the players.
You know what? When the games are done, let's make sure they both get a trophy as well.
Yeah.
Everybody in chat, you're all GMs now. Okay, everybody's a winner.
Oh, they already were, too.
Yeah.
They already were. Well, they could be if they ever tried.
If I wasn't so busy watching games. Okay, so a little bit of a bungled attack there by the Liberator. Nice idea, but does not make a dent there.
Yeah, he was pretty ready. He saw the Liberator coming out anyways with his scouting link. But, you know, it can still do a little bit of harassment here. Wait for its moment. Baneling Nest on the way. Really hoping to see a Spire here. I mean, I wouldn't be overly surprised if we went Hydras or something, but I feel like that's a pretty good map for it. And Impact is actually very, very good at Link Bane Mutilating. It's kind of a style that fits him well.
Yeah, we've already seen
Aggressive Zergs generally are good with Mutas.
We've already seen him do a little bit of it here tonight.
Yeah, that was against BC into Mech, and this is Bio, so that is kind of an interesting thing to see him possibly go for the, you know, the same type of unit set against two. It's almost two different races, you know. Okay, so the Spire is coming up.
As expected here.
Yeah. Hope to see his 2-2 start instantaneously because he does have that upgrade advantage.
And Maro's going for a very commonplace build here from Terran. You're going to fly out with these two medevacs. You're going to start to try to fight creep, try to pick off anything extra like Overlords or Stray Lings. And you got to be careful with Zerg because sometimes you can lose a lot and Terran doesn't lose anything at all. This is all, of course, coming in here before there's any opportunities for the Mutas to come out. The Spire's not done. And this is one of the moments inside of a TBZ where the Terran controls well. You can start to get a leg up on the Zerg. And let's not forget, already this was slowed down quite a bit. Now, I thought he was going to go for creep. I stand corrected. He actually is going to drop inside the main here.
Yeah.
And I don't see very much to defend.
Yeah, he's going for some serious damage here. Macro Hatch up right now. Going to end up taking out a few drones already.
Oh, Liberator's shot down. There are about 4 drones killed there. And he wants to try to do as much damage until the Ling's going to surround or the Banelings are about to connect. Good pickups there. Oh! Can he get out?
Oh
what?
My God. I'm really surprised that Impact did not bring his queens down
I can't believe
south.
he didn't kill that. That was the play that Impact needed, and he didn't seize that opportunity that was given to him.
He had a Spore on the right, so the medevacs had to go out that way.
Yeah. There was only one route of exit here.
Yeah, like flying over the main might have even been a smarter move by Maru.
I think Impact's going to be kicking himself for that. We have the second 2 medevacs that are out, so they're going to merge with the first 2 medevacs. And we have Mutalisks hatching here. Again, remember, one of those medevacs very low. If the Mutas could catch that and snipe that out, that'd be huge. Now we have Maru going to try to push down here. Now he has a lot of mines.
1-1 stim combat shields, too. Okay, can I get a surround off there? All right, actually, I like that detonation really a lot. It's a good choice. Ton of Lings coming up.
Okay, he gets the unload off, and apparently, well, he didn't really combo the Mutas in with that fight, so he just wins that fight.
That felt so questionable. I was just like keeping my mouth shut. I'm like, wait a minute, is this gonna?
Yeah, this happens in
Does
those
this
fights
work?
where.
Does this do it? But not quite enough surface area there, and then with the Hellions coming up, making it even worse.
I think almost any other player would not have unloaded there, so it's really impressive to see Maru just really have such a good grasp on this. The next question is, how are the Banelings going to do? Because right now, Impact is hurting. He hemorrhaged a lot of Lings trying to hold that off.
Well, he does have that speed upgrade, which is really important. He got rid of most of the mines already.
Yeah, well, he picked off all those Banelings pretty easily. The Lings are going to come in here for a decent surround.
Yeah, actually does all right getting rid of those Hellbats so quickly. Maru going to target down these Mutas, I think, right?
He picks up, and it looks like Impact is actually just going to win this fight now.
Yeah, but he actually lost a lot here when you think about it, right?
He did, especially with gas cost units. 4 mutas, 11 Banes.
It wasn't quite as many as I thought, but still. His mutalist count is at 3.
I thought it was actually much higher how many mutas were killed there.
Yeah, I thought he lost a few more.
So Impact begins to take a gradual supply lead here.
You can also see that +2/+2 was not started immediately for Impact, as Maru has passed him in that supply. He was a little bit behind before. But he's up close enough that you probably won't see a real battle with 2-2 against 1-1, so that's important. Thor and Drilling Claws on the way to help deal with this. Infestation Pit, though, for Impact.
Overlord taken out. 2-2 is about to finish up here for Terran. We may see another push coming in that moment. But first, the mutas are going to come in here. It's going to be up to Maru to try to drive this out without losing as much. And, I mean, so far, that didn't seem to do much of anything, to be honest.
No, not too much. But he continues to spread the creep here. Has mined out some of these areas. I wouldn't mind him. Oh, he's actually getting a Nidus.
A Nidus. He's got a Nidus touch.
I really want to see him get up into his hive immediately here as well. He's finishing up his 2-2. And I actually would really like to see Ultras this game.
And I think there's a blind spot here in the main that Maru has not quite covered.
His army is not the type that comes through a Nidus and really wrecks a main, though.
Right.
It's like Ling Bane, so as soon as any units come up, the Lings don't do as well, and then obviously Banes, you have to sacrifice them to kill the buildings. So it's not like perfect, but I really like it. It's cheap, and it should be mildly effective.
Does not have the staying power. Again, great positioning here by Maru. He is so good. I mean, this army is going to be picked off, but the amount of damage he does, the amount he gets away with while he does this is crazy.
Yeah.
We are rapidly barreling towards both players maxing out. Again, it's Ling, Baneling, Muta here for Zerg. So Terran's definitely teching in a more sophisticated direction that gives you more that you can do with later on, but that doesn't mean you can't respect Impact's army. And we're going to have that Nidus pop up in a second here. We're waiting to see exactly where it's going to be. It is, again, in the main in that blind spot that was mentioned earlier.
Yeah, let's see what he can actually do with that. I mean, he just put Banelings in it thus far. Maybe he thought that SCVs would be pulled to kill it off or something. We see that occasionally. Oh, and he actually sacrifices some mutas there to get the Banelings out without the Widowmine connection.
Unusual moment, the Lings are attacking at the front, and it was actually mostly Banes that came out of that.
But look at this little attack. He's killing actually quite a few SCVs. The Thors and Medivacs are doing a great job pinning these mutas in here.
Yeah, continuing to peg them over and over and over again. Did the Nidus actually finish over there on the right? I think it was denied.
Oh, was he making a Nidus at the third?
There was a Nidus at the third, yeah.
Oh, that's a super cool move. Yeah.
But it was right by the Thors.
The
thing is, the Thors were firing at the mutas.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Well, Hive about to finish. We'll have to see if he goes for that Ultralisk tech.
Does Terran have an opening to push here? I mean, the Nidus is always a threat, right? I mean, if you don't have enough everywhere, then there's not much you can do against it.
If you don't push now after dealing that much damage to the mutas, and you're like about to have three and maxed out army, when are you waiting to push for, right?
It's a good point. Okay, it seems like he will just barely have enough to try to hold this off. The mutas again, not back at home defending. Oh, perfectly done.
The muta's still getting something done, but the big attack of Maru is incoming. Justling Bane on the way.
I'm worried because once these Banelings are gone, whether they did damage or not, it's just Lings, which probably won't be enough to take on an army this size, especially with this many Widow Mines.
Yeah, and with the Drilling Claws and 3-3 just about to finish, this battle is going to get worse. But a huge flank of Zerglings here, actually pulling some of the mines onto the Terran army.
Wow, that went about as well as it could have for the Zerg. I'm actually stunned.
That was really well done. The lane flank doing a lot.
But again, when the Banes are gone, not much left over here to help out, and there's a steady, endless stream of units coming across the map here.
Yeah, the Nidus finishes up here. He's sending out a lot of Zerglings, which means he has less and less to actually fight this at home.
Yeah. No, I think things are starting to tear at the seams here for Impact. Keep in mind his gas is quite low, so he's not able to make as many more Banes as he would want to. In fact, the splitting here from Maru is just so good.
Yeah.
He's going to retreat, but, actually, excuse me, there's not that many reinforcements coming in over here.
The production of Impact is still doing a pretty good job. He's about to have Adrenal, but let's not forget he's down 2 upgrades. That is a really, really big deal, and he has not increased his tech at all. Really, the only thing he's gotten from Hive so far is that Adrenal upgrade.
This Nidus worm that he keeps trying to pop in, whether it's in the main or in the third base on Maru's side, it's good, but it's slowing this push down. I'm just worried that eventually Maru's going to actually get across here.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely what's happening. We're watching it go in that direction. But he keeps having these good engagements that do give him a shot. It's just Maru continues to take bases during all this.
And it really
it's
is.
not like he's stopping.
Yeah, and it really is some arrested development here as far as, the unit comps that we're seeing here from Impact. It's still just Ling, Muta Bane. Waiting to see if we can get those ultras out, but again, he doesn't have that much gas here.
Yeah, his bank is really not that large, and I think that this is just about the end.
GG. Game 1 goes tomorrow. He's 1 win away from moving on to the round of 16.
Yeah, not a bad game from Impact. It seemed like Maru was just a bit stronger throughout. It's hard to kind of keep up against a player like Maru with Ling Bane Muta. If anything starts to go wrong, you miss any injects, any of your macro. Your army kind of has to be replenished after every battle.
Well, can Impact turn this around? I don't know. I mean, he's looking strong, but Maru is one of these players, the longer the game goes, eventually he's just got such a lead, it's really almost impossible to stop. What time is it right now? We're going super late here at the GSL. It's 11:20.
All right.
If we go to game 3 and it gets past midnight, Tastosis turns into a pumpkin.
Well, Artosis